Hey guys, Angel the Twin here, and Season 20 has been live for almost a full week, and while it's early, the meta between seasons hasn't changed much, so that gave us a good amount of time with all the heroes the way they were. There hasn't been any super big patches in between the seasons as well, so I thought it would be a good idea to make a tier list now for support heroes. You guys who know me know that I do main support, and that's why I decided to do a tier list for it. Before we get started, I want to let you know that I do stream on Twitch Wednesday and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Fridays from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard. So that's just 1 hour later on Fridays. The Twitch channel name is Angel the Twin with underscores like the YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Alright, let's begin. So I decided we would do this in alphabetical tiers, so S tier being the highest and D tier being the lowest. In Season 20, support players really have some flexibility. I honestly think that all 7 support heroes can be used depending on the team comps, meaning that there are no heroes in D tier. So we're going to start at C this time around. In the C tier, I have Lucio. Lucio still does what he's supposed to do. He provides great mobility for the team. He can help peel with his boops, and his ultimate is still useful in some situations, especially to counter burst damage ultimates like Junk Tire or Sigma's Gravitic Flux. Unfortunately, his healing is where he falls short, and right now there's a lot of damage in the game, especially with the nerfs to shields. You're going to be taking a lot more poke damage, and you need a lot of healing to deal with that. You can still play Lucio, but usually there are better options right now to fill his role. And I only really see him being played on maps where environmental kills come into play, like Elias. So he has his place, but he is C tier for a reason right now. Moving on, we have B tier. In this tier, I have Mercy and Brig. Now, either of these heroes could be A tier, but that depends on what team comp and map is being played. Brig has had some great changes to her kit recently, and I actually think she can main support in some cases as long as the team she is on is running sort of a brawl style comp to help keep her Inspire up. Her armor packs and ultimate are pretty strong, especially when on the offense, and her CC is great with her bash and rocket flail. Where she comes up short is her burst healing and her range. If your team is taking a lot of damage from long range, i.e. Hanzo, Soldier, Ashe, Widow, it's going to be difficult to keep Inspire up and your armor packs off of cooldown, which ends up making you feel really useless in some situations. Also, with the nerfs to Brig's shield, you have to be very aware of your shield breaking because it can happen ridiculously fast, and then you're a really easy target as you're not really that fast. Then when it comes to Mercy, her damage boost is super useful right now. With the nerfs to almost all shields like we talked about, the damage characters can absolutely melt down these shields with Mercy. It's nuts how fast some of the heroes can blow up shields. And hit scan is actually back in the meta, which is a double-edged sword for Mercy. This makes it really easy for you to get one shot by Widow across the map, but it also allows you to provide a lot of value for your damage, and your res can be huge if one of your teammates gets hit by a boosted Hanzo headshot from across the map. Again, the right team comp, both of these heroes can be A tier easily. This was a really hard choice. Now we have the A tier. Here we have Ana, Zen, and Moira. These heroes are in great spots right now and can do a lot for their team. Both Ana and Moira can provide the necessary healing to keep your team up from a ton of poke damage. And all 3 of these heroes can go out and get kills as well if they need to. Moira was nerfed recently, and her healing's a little bit less, but she still pumps up a ton of heals, and her damage orb is still infuriating to play against. Plus, she has great damage from a pretty decent range, and in a brawl style comp, maybe partnered with Brig, you can get a lot of healing out of both of those healers. Then you have Ana. Ana's ultimate is a fantastic lifesaver and can really turn a team fight around. With all of the healing in the game, Ana's grenade will buff your team, which will help you and your other supports healing, and stop all healing from whomever is hit on the enemy team, making it amazing against all of the large amounts of healing we've been talking about. Ana's grenade also single-handedly counters Zen's trance. And speaking of Zenyatta, he is back. His high damage is great for busting through those shields, and his Discord Orb is really strong, giving your team the ability to eliminate tanks on the enemy team easily. Zen's ultimate is one of the better ultimates in the game right now as well, shutting down a lot in terms of burst damage. Zen might be the best off support in the game right now. So that's going to do it for A tier, and if you've been counting, there's only one hero left, and yes, Baptiste is the only hero in the S tier right now. Bap is crazy right now. He has a ton of healing, has a ton of damage output comparable to some of the damage characters in the game. Combine that with his immortality field and you have the best support hero in the game. Not to mention that his ultimate gives extra damage and extra healing to almost everything fired through it. Bap also has some of the best vertical mobility in the game, making him viable on every single map and almost every single comp. He can even be run with dive sometimes. I know a lot of people don't, but you could definitely pull it off. Oh yeah, and he can be paired with any of the supports on this list, and that team is going to have a good set of supports. Okay, that about wraps things up. This was my first time doing anything like this, creating a tier list, and to be honest, when you only have 7 heroes, it's a lot harder than you think, especially when all of the supports are in a really good place. Even Lucio, who we have at C tier, is going to have some spots here and there where he's going to shine. In the comments below, let me know if you agree with my tier list, and if not, let me know what your tier list is. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, it helps a ton, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Season 20 is going to be very interesting for supports, a lot of flexibility there, so good luck in your games, and remember, I'm Angel, the twin, and I'm out of here. Peace.